Starship technology will be a jump into the future. But what if we can make the Starship jump even further? Sounds impossible, right? Well, there is one thing that we all should agree on. If there is Elon Musk involved, then almost everything is possible. So how can a Starship jump further into space? One word: warp drive. Wait, that was actually 2 words. Well, never mind that. The future of travel? Elon Musk's warp drive Starship 2022 reveal. In simple words, warp drive is a concept in which a spaceship is supposed to travel faster than light. Wondering how Starship will be able to do it? You will get the answer. It can happen if the ship can bend space while creating a low-density vacuum in front of it and a high-density vacuum behind it. I'm not a scientist, but this was the most straightforward way I could explain a warp drive. Harold White, a NASA scientist and the head of the Advanced Propulsion team, oversaw the space agency's efforts to determine whether a faster-than-light warp drive is feasible, and if so, how to build one. They came up with a model and concept for a Starship that looked a lot like the Enterprise from Star Trek. White oversaw an interferometer experiment to determine the magnitude of such an influence at the nanoscale. The data was ambiguous, and the researchers noted that while there was a non-zero or non-confirming impact, the difference may have been caused by other causes. To put it another way, more data is required. We're still trying to make a warp bubble, and after we figure out how to make it, we'll be able to figure out how to use it. So yes, we're still behind on the subject if you ask me. One piece of good news is that a more comprehensive review of the arithmetic has debunked earlier fears that a hypothetical warp drive may wipe out entire star systems. Even though data suggests that it's unlikely to be a problem, boats in close proximity to the warp drive ship may still be in danger. Energy requirements have also fallen considerably from Alcubierre's early judgment that planetary-sized power sources would be necessary to more recent evidence suggesting we could build a spaceship with a power source-sized Voyager 2. Could Elon Musk, the CEO of SpaceX and Tesla, be the real-life Zephram Cochrane, the fictional Star Trek warp drive inventor? Astronomer and scientific personality Neil deGrasse Tyson appears to think so. Tyson asked Musk on Twitter when he would quit fiddling with Mars rockets, Hyperloops, Cybertrucks, and brain-computer connections. Instead, he would focus on building a warp engine like that seen in Star Trek to accelerate spacecraft across universes. He signed it, "Sincerely, space geeks of the world." Musk isn't planning on turning SpaceX and Tesla into side businesses, so he reacted to Tyson on Twitter with a compelling argument for sticking to his primary companies. If we build a metropolis in Mars, Earth-Mars travel will act as a major driving force towards the development of something like warp drive. This Twitter feud will have no bearing on Musk's plans or bring us any closer to an actual warp drive. We'll have to content ourselves with dreams of SpaceX Starships landing on Mars. However, it could be precisely what Musk needs to realize his Mars mission in the long run. Except for the cloud tops of Venus, the temperature and sunshine on the surface of Mars are closer to those on Earth than any other planet or moon. The surface is uninhabitable for humans and most known life forms due to radiation, significantly reduced air pressure, and an atmosphere with barely 0.16% oxygen. Adopting advanced life support systems in constructed houses would be required for human survival on Mars. Water treatment systems play a crucial role in this. Because humans are mainly made up of water, they would perish in a matter of days if they were denied of it. Even a 5 to 8% reduction in total body water causes fatigue and dizziness, and a 10% decline in physical and mental impairment. Humans will have a terrible time surviving on Mars. Several technologies have been developed to facilitate long-term space travel and could be used to colonize Mars. According to scientists, the environment of Mars colonists could have a negative impact on a variety of biological processes. As a result of increased radiation dosages, a slew of negative physical effects must be avoided. Gravitational differences can harm people's health by weakening their bones and muscles. Osteoporosis and cardiovascular problems are also possibilities. Humans are now rotated in zero gravity for 6 months on the International Space Station, comparable to a one-way trip to Mars. This allows scientists to comprehend better the physical state in which astronauts might arrive on a voyage to Mars. On Mars, the surface gravity is only 38% of that on Earth. Microgravity impacts the circulatory, musculoskeletal, and neurovestibular or central nervous systems. Despite its relatively near proximity to the Sun, Mars' global magnetosphere is weaker than Earth's due to losing its core dynamo, which has dramatically diminished the magnetosphere, the source of so much radiation reaching the surface. This, combined with a thin atmosphere of the Martian surface, allows a substantial amount of ionizing radiation to reach it. This would generate incentives to reduce spacecraft travel times as much as possible. So yes, warp drive may seem like an impossible idea right now, but that's only because there's too much to figure out. But there was a time when space travel was also an impossible idea, and with starships, we're taking it to the next level. Maybe in the future, we will develop a technology that would make up a successful warp drive. And then we can wrap the space-time.